Hey guys, Allison here. Well, today I want to talk to you about where do you live? Are you living in theory or are you living in reality? And there is a huge difference. We are in the midst of this pandemic and all these rules and regulations and lockdowns and masks and everything else. And I think we're going to start really thinking critically because, there are a lot of things that sound good in theory, but prove differently in reality. Let's take communism. On the surface, it sounds great in theory, right? Everybody shares and shares alike. Everybody's equal. In reality, it's been the most brutal form of government that has enslaved, eliminated, and killed thousands upon thousands of people. So in theory, it may sound good. In reality, it's quite a different thing. Another one, if we have more contraception available, there'll be less of a need for abortion. And yet we've never had so much contraception available. And with the advent of contraception came the advent and the increase in abortion because it doesn't translate. All right. There's failure rates of contraception. There's a difference in the way we view ourselves when we're using contraception. Those using contraception and get pregnant, and it's not uncommon, are more likely to choose abortion. So in theory, sounds great. In reality, really not so much. So we are living right now in what I consider an information war. And we're being told many things. And I want to talk about masks, for instance. If you feel comfortable wearing a mask, by all means, please wear one. I'm not telling you not to, but that's a theory that, it should probably block the particles and therefore there'll be less of a spread of the virus. All right. But in reality, there is not one single solitary study of every mask that's out there, the surgical mask, the cotton t-shirt mask, the cotton bandana mask, the polyester mask, the neoprene mask. There's so many out there. I challenge you to show me one double-blind study that proves that they work. It's a theory, folks. In reality, though, many people are getting throat infections, they're getting lung infections, they're getting mouth infections, they're getting skin infections from wearing masks all the time because it's simply not natural. So in those areas where we have very strong mask mandates versus areas where there are not, there's really no difference in terms of the amount of virus that's being transmitted. So in theory is one thing, in reality is another thing. I think we also have to think about the vaccines that we're being told in theory are going to make this all go away. But in reality, we don't know that, and we don't know the long-term consequences. Remember something, it was approved for emergency use only. The overall survival rate for COVID is over 99.99%. Is that an emergency? So apply common sense here, and that's another way of expressing this. Common wisdom versus common sense. All right, common wisdom, you wear a mask, you breathe through the mask all day. Common sense says we've never done that. We're breathing out waste products, and now we're breathing them back in. Can that really be healthy? Just want you to start thinking more critically, getting more information. Don't just trust what you're hearing out there, folks. All right, we can live in theory or we can live in reality. So that's my advice to you today. If you're not already on my newsletter, click the free report below, 8 Keys to Emotional and Spiritual Freedom. That'll put you on my mailing list. I could stay in touch with you. God bless you and have a great day.